When the kids are counting sheep, when the kids go to sleep, dreams and memories. When the kids go to sleep.
Shut up, Shay. Hi.
What was that?
I was just playing the intro from our last podcast.
Welcome, WTKGTS. I forgot the acronym for when the kids go to sleep.
Just got to break it up in two syllables. Two syllables. WTK.
Two syllables.
GTS. WTK. GTS.
When the kids go to sleep.
I learned that in psychology. Isn't it like you can learn a group of numbers easier?
Yeah, that's how I feel like I'm really good with memorizing numbers.
She really
because
is.
I group them together like that.
She's good. Whenever this is one thing that I've learned. Whenever she says something about like we're having like a miscommunication or a disagreement about like direction or numbers, that's so funny because we've gotten so many fights about like maps. But you usually are
Google Maps.
you usually are better than I am at directions. Like
It's
remembering
true.
like when we came out of Disneyland yesterday, I was all like, where are we? I was sure we had to go this way.
I feel like I'm good with like knowing where I'm at in the world. But as far as looking at the map, sometimes I get turned around.
Yeah, because yesterday we came out of there and I had no idea where we're at. And you're like, it's this way. And I'm like, I don't think it is. But I'm like, I'm just going to trust her because she's usually right about this.
Just trust me, babe.
And she was right.
See,
we got to our car and now we're here.
Just trust.
It's just, it's
And
all
now
about-
we're here. We made it.
We lied. We survived Disneyland. We almost died. We
Oh.
almost died at Disneyland
Oh my gosh.
yesterday. Literally.
Disneyland is crazy.
All right, we got a lot to talk about on the show today when the kids go to sleep. I just want to just personally thank all of you out there who watch and download the podcast for free on
Yes.
iTunes.
Thank you for listening to our voices talk to you.
We do. We just talk a lot. And is that loud typing?
You talk a lot.
I do talk a lot. I'm trying to like down my talking a little bit.
Hey, I love it when you talk, babe.
Oh, baby, thanks. And you love when I talk. All right, so we got a lot of stuff to talk about today. Let's get right to it. First of all, I want to talk about the calendars.
The Shaytards calendars,
Shaytards
more
calendars.
specifically.
If you ordered a calendar, first of all, thank you very much. And I think they're going to be cool. I'm excited
I'm
about
excited. They've all come together.
Yeah.
So greatly.
Yeah.
All the pictures and
You know, one thing never mind. I'm not going to bring it up.
What?
Do you know the way that we designed it and then YouTube just changed? Did you think about that?
Oh, I didn't think about that.
I didn't either. They're still going to look really good, though.
That's all right because it will
Yeah.
be like freeze framing
that time
in our lives.
So we're getting the calendars on the 7th. And
Yes.
we're going to start shipping them out on the 7th.
We're going to be fast and furious.
And we're going to be busy, too. It's going to be a full-time job because we're doing it ourselves. You know, we're not going to, we're not having anybody else do it. So we're shipping
Well, we do have helpers.
all these to you guys. Yeah, Allie and Brett. And luckily, our wonderful website guy's here. He's going to help us, figure it all out, everybody's addresses and make sure we get them shipped out. So the 7th, we're going to get the calendars and hopefully, I'm hoping we can get them all to everybody before Christmas. That's going to be tight, though. Like people that we're shipping to overseas and stuff.
Yeah, we'll
might be
do
close.
our best.
To get 'em to you.
If you're in the U.S., I'm sure.
Yeah, if you're in the U.S.,
Yeah,
you'll probably
that
get them in real quick, 2 to 3 days. But if you live in Venus, it's gonna probably be after Christmas. I'm thinking.
Really?
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. It's just these intergalactical shipping fees are outrageous.
No,
I
we'll do our
apologize.
best.
All right. So the calendars are coming. I got some really cool envelopes for them. When I read whoever wrote the description, I was on some random envelope website, and whoever wrote the description for these envelopes should be hired by Shakespeare because it was the way that they explain these envelopes. I'm
It was in so much detail, and he was so impressed. I love these envelopes now, just because the way they described it.
In fact,
Are you looking for it?
I think I should. I think I should read it to you guys because it was these are good envelopes. Do you say envelopes or envelopes?
I just realized I say envelopes.
How do you say it? Envelope or envelope?
Well, it's spelled.
What do you
EN.
say, Rolf?
I say sobre.
Sobre.
Okay, let's
You
just say it that way
Russians.
from now on.
You Russians are crazy. Oh, crazy Russians.
Oh,
Anyways,
Shay.
so our envelopes are coming. I don't know how I'm gonna freaking find these again.
I know. I'm like,
I
what
was
are you
clicking
doing?
for
Good luck.
ages to find these.
I think
Was it
that one.
these? Metallic collection? I don't know. Anyway, so I'm really excited about these envelopes when they come to you. They're going to be super cool. And so the calendars are coming out. What else we got to talk about? Don't be mad if we didn't pick your picture in the calendar. It's hard. We tried to fit as many as we could in there. It was a tough process of getting all those and trying to pick the best ones. And there was a lot of emails. So we tried to use as many as we could. We stuffed like you'll see when you get them if you ordered a calendar. If you haven't, you can order a calendar below.
You still can.
Like I said, we'll be shipping them on the 7th. It's a regular calendar, and we have a bonus month. It has 13 months. I'm really happy about the bonus month. And especially
really
the
happy.
picture.
Really
There's
proud.
a surprise picture on the bonus month.
I don't even think I know what picture you're talking
You
about.
don't really? Okay, good. Let's
Maybe
keep it
I.
a secret.
Oh, wait.
Yeah, you do. I tell you everything, babe.
He does.
I tell you everything. Except for the one things I don't want you to know.
Well, thank you.
I'm really
for telling
excited
me
about the calendars.
Mostly everything.
I know. We should do them every year, don't you
High five.
think? I think the
Yeah.
calendar basically needs to become like our annual Christmas card,
I know.
right? Because I mean,
That's what my friends do. They don't do calendars, but they'll send just like a picture with a letter of how they're doing.
right, explaining like we have
And it's like-
18 kids now, and
Exactly.
good old Gertrude's going through violin lessons at such a rapid rate. We think she might be a prodigy. Woohoo! We don't care about your stupid.
That was great. No, it's true. But it's good to find out everything about people.
Yeah, because that's a lot
so
of
dumb. Everything about people.
that's what you want to know about people mostly.
It's
It's
everything.
everything. You want to know everything about them.
You know your relatives you don't see forever.
Right. Well-
I think it's a great Christmas gift, and it's inexpensive.
Honestly, think about like this for like sending this all to our family. They'll have pictures of us year round.
I know. Here's the calendar with our faces on it.
Talk about not caring about your family. Okay, wait, I think I found it. Okay, let me read this description to you for these envelopes. Okay, are you guys ready? If you ordered a calendar, you're in for the envelope of a lifetime. I'm just going to tell you.
Who cares about the calendar?
What you should do is
But the
throw the
envelope
calendar
you're gonna get
immediately in the
is
trash.
Amazing.
And just look at that envelope. Okay, you ready?
And appreciate it.
Here it is. Here's the description of these envelopes that I was shopping for to send to you guys in these calendars. Here it goes. Style description is how it starts out. Get noticed and even admired in quotations. With this lightweight, moisture and tear-resistant stainless steel envelope featuring a shimmering, I'm not going to tell the color. Should I say that?
Well, duh.
Okay.
You just did.
Featuring a shimmering stainless steel finish. It's the perfect look for high-end brochures and catalogs, art, fashion, interior design, luxury cars, to name just a few.
And Shay Tart's calendars.
And Shay Tart's calendars. High-end apparel and other distinctive mailings that require a stylish, protective transport. A self-adhesive strip seals things. What does that say? Oh, seals things up on this dazzling selection that serves as a unique canvas for 4-color process printing and more.
When you need a dictionary to read the description of the envelope,
Yeah. So those are
maybe
the
those are the
envelopes
fanciest
you're
ones.
getting. Yeah, they're gonna be exciting. Okay, so calendars are coming. What else do we need to talk about? Tweek Shoes, the Shay Carl SC Beer Tard Supremes are available. You can get those now. They're being made in overseas, so they're going to be a while on shipping for those, I'm pretty sure.
shoes.
But if you go to tweekfootwear.com, you'll see my link there, and then they'll explain like when the shoes will come in, like when you'll get them and everything like that. So go and order a pair of those if you want. And I think that's all for business. I just want to do a little business because I feel like we needed to address some issues, especially about the calendars, because I know a lot of you guys are out there waiting for them. So I just want to talk about that. I'm excited. If you haven't got one, get them. We're going to be sending them in the next couple days. Are you ready for that?
Yes.
Do you remember?
Yes,
do you remember
I do.
sending
I
the shirts out?
remember the nightmare,
That was
and
the
I
worst.
didn't like it. I think you
That
need
was
to
the
order
worst.
more, by the way.
Oh,
before
crap.
I forget to
I
tell
really
you.
should. Yeah. I need to order more.
Sorry.
Well,
Item of business
when are
again.
they coming? That's a good question. When are they coming? Did you
I
order
don't
like
know.
in 3 days? Yeah, you ordered them,
Oh,
remember?
it's probably in my email.
Okay. Yeah. Mommy will try to order them. I wanted to order a few just to see if I liked them. And then if they're good, then we'll order a bunch for everybody else. Okay. So what's on our board?
I'm seeing your goals. What's your goals? What does that mean?
I was on my
What
run.
does that mean?
I was on my run this morning, and I decided that I want to because I've been kind of like tentatively saying that I want to hit 180 pounds so that I can say that I lost 100 pounds. But I set a date for it, January 1st.
Setting a date. That's the ultimate
You got to set a date because
goal
then
reacher.
yeah, because
Then it's just like, yeah, it's still my goal. I just haven't done it yet. You know, if you set a date, then you have to push.
right,
harder.
measurable goals that have a consequence, or basically you have to, if you just say, oh, I'm going to try to do this, and you'll never do it really. I mean, if you don't have a
Right.
deadline, then the procrastinator in you will definitely come out. Because I've had a life goal. I wrote these
That
down.
happens to me.
I want to learn how to play the guitar, and I want to be able to speak Spanish. Those are 2 like life goals that I want to be. Plus,
How long have you had those life
I
goals?
gotta write another one on here. I forgot. I have 3. Pilot's license. That's my.
Oh, yeah, that one's been a goal for a little while.
I have 3 goals
To get his pilot's license,
get my pilot's
to play
license,
a guitar,
play the guitar, and speak
and
Spanish.
speak Spanish.
So I've said that the day that I'm in the cockpit of a little Cessna, flying,
speaking Spanish,
playing a guitar,
playing your guitar,
singing a Spanish song.
will be the day you die because you crashed.
Oh, niño. I don't know what the Spanish song.
Niño.
Think of a good one for me, you crazy Russian Raphael.
Just go with ay, 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 ay.
Ay, 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 ay. La 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 bamba. I love that. Do you ever see that show La Bamba, dude? That was one of my favorite shows. I watched it on Netflix like a couple
I don't
months ago.
even know what you're
La
talking about.
Bamba? You never seen La Bamba?
No, I haven't. I don't know what you're talking about.
Tim, have you seen?
Wow.
Yeah.
I live in the neighborhood with all.
Really?
That's his brother.
I went to those schools. His cousins live 2 houses down from me.
What?
Do you not care anything about Roth's heritage? Huh?
I'm
Show
getting
some
like
respect.
shame on me for not seeing
Nice,
La
Roth.
Bamba.
Nice. Me and Roth are teaming up.
So
Okay.
sorry.
What were we talking about? Oh, right. So that's my life goal is to play the guitar while I fly an airplane.
I don't think you should do that.
You can do it. I'll just like I'll like go in a free fall for a minute.
Okay.
Autopilot.
Okay, Shay.
So here's
That's my life. I just have to say, okay, and roll my eyes.
yeah. Because you should roll your eyes at somebody who wants to be able to.
To crash
his pilot's
their
license.
airplane because they want to play the guitar.
Wouldn't that be cool though? Be able to do all 3 of those at once.
That'd
So
be cool.
here's the point. I was thinking today on my run today. Running sucks.
I could have told you that.
It's hard.
I know.
Running is really hard, but the more you do it, the easier it is. Like
Right.
I
Of
was.
course. That's with anything.
Remember when I started running and like I would basically leave our house and I would run kind of like just around our house in case I died. I could get back easy. I could get back
You
quick.
just crawl back.
So I would just like kind of like run around the street. So I kind of have this path that I like when I first started running that I would run every day. And so I have these little like markers on this path. Like as I pass this certain tree or this certain crack in the sidewalk, I like do an evaluation of how I feel. And I like remember back to when I first started running. And it's like, oh, I remember when I got to this turn in the road, I remember feeling like, oh, I can barely make it. Like I'm dying. And today is like that one point that I have in my run where when I first started running, where I would always, every time I'd get by there, I'm like, oh, I'm at this point in my run. I'm like, how do I feel? Today I was like, oh, have I even started yet? Like it was just like, I was like getting warmed up still and I'd gotten to that spot. And I was like, wow,
That's good.
it's like way easier. Like my body is now, you know, it's like it's buffer.
It's endured.
It
too
is.
much.
It's just all about time and pressure. And that started me thinking about, you know, just life in general. I don't know. I think it's because of Suntard's baptism coming up.
Mhm.
It's like a big deal, you know, because I have an 8-year-old son now that's going through this kind of, it was the big first life step that I had as a kid. You know, the first thing as an 8-year-old kid in my mind, I was like, okay, this is like a personal life thing that I'm doing. Because I remember they were very specifically saying, this is your decision. This is for you. You need to, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't something that my
Right.
parents were making me do in a sense. It was like,
Exactly.
you know, I was going to do it, but it's like they made it very clear that it had to be on my terms and stuff like that. So I'm kind of thinking that a lot, you know, with our son and just about life in general and, you know, just what it takes to be a good person in this life. And so I started thinking about like my life goals and like kind of like started visiting that and like my book that I haven't talked about that I want to do. But I don't know. It's all about action. I've realized this morning as I was running, it's all about just doing things. Whoever's willing to do the most stuff, like just to get out there and work.
Make things happen.
Right. Work will work when nothing else will work. So I was thinking about that today. I was like, I need to get those down again. You need to like write your goals down and set
You
timelines.
have to revisit them in your mind like all the time.
Right.
I feel like.
You totally will, or you'll never do them. Like if you don't forget about them and if you don't have somebody there, like a structure kind of like, you know, forcing you to do it, then you won't because it's so easy to watch TV. There's so many distractions out there as far as.
So many things that are fun, but then you're always, I mean, I can't tell you how many times a day I'm like, I need to do this. I still haven't done this. I need to do that. It's like too many distractions that aren't important to take away from things that are.
It's like, I remember, you know, and it's things that you need to get done that you don't ever get done.
Yeah.
That's like, I need to do that, but you don't want to do it. So you just put it off. And you're like, oh, I'll do it later. How good does it feel though when you finally just do those things, when you just get it done? So I challenge you right now. There's something in your life, I promise, something you've been meaning to do. an email you've been meaning to send, a call you've been meaning to make, a car you've been meaning to wash, something.
I know. Oh, stop.
A room you've been meaning to clean.
Like, how about
our
3
room?
rooms we've been needing to clean?
Do you realize that our room is the messiest room in the house?
Because we don't have a laundry room. And so when
Don't make
I do
excuses.
laundry,
You're
I
making
throw.
excuses.
No, I'm just telling you why it gets so messy.
Well, because you leave the laundry there for 3 weeks.
Because I don't have a laundry room and I don't have time to fold
Right.
6 people's laundry by myself.
I just need to help.
Do you want to
more.
help out?
I will.
Okay.
We live in piles
Yeah.
of laundry.
Let's talk about who needs to do the laundry now.
Because we're always in our kids' room yelling at them, keep your room clean.
And then our room is like
Then we go in
trash.
our room, and our room is the messiest room in the entire
It
house.
makes me laugh.
I always think, because I'm like, as soon as the house is clean, like we'll get the house clean, and then I'll go in our room. I'm like, why don't we clean our room? Our room is a giant.
It's
Today,
so hard.
let's make a commitment.
Today.
That's going to be ours, okay?
The thing about it is I've noticed the transitioning from, because now I am a part-time working mother. And I used to just be a stay-at-home mom. And I would have time, like I would have so much energy to get all that done. And the house is, wait, do you agree with me that the house used to be cleaner?
Yeah.
Yeah, it used to be way cleaner. And now it's like we're scheduling all these, shoots.
Yeah,
and
she's busy
this
all the time
meeting
now.
and this and that. And I don't really take as much time as I need to on the house.
Listen,
and I realized
I didn't
you
mean for
have
this to get into a you're not cleaning the house as good as you should conversation.
No, I know, but
Yeah.
I just want to tell them, like, this is one of my goal things.
Let's get
Can
the
I
house
talk about my
clean.
goals?
Yeah, let's talk about your goals. Do you want to clean the house while you're flying a guitar and speaking German?
I don't. Flying my guitar.
Yeah. So let's make that today. I will help you get that room spotless. That'll be our one thing.
That's our goal today.
Because that's the problem sometimes is you start
But see,
to think
the thing
about...
is, we have to get it spotless without putting things in other rooms that are messy. Because that's how I get the whole house clean. It's like the whole house will be spotless, but everything that was in
all
those
the
other
trash
rooms
comes to our room.
are in our room.
That's kind of how I clean sometimes. It's like I want to get this section clean. So it's like I just take everything that doesn't belong there and move it over here.
Exactly.
And then it's almost like, you kind of just moved the mess around, but at the same time, you've motivated yourself because you're like, look, this section
It's
right here
clean.
is done. And it looks great. Now I just kind of like get
I'm
all
the kind of
this.
person that I can't clean fast because I am very meticulous on those organized things.
She
Like
is.
if I open a drawer to put something in it and the drawer isn't organized, it drives me crazy. I'm like, I can't put this in the drawer. The drawer needs to be organized. So then I'll like take everything out of the drawer and make a bigger mess. And then I won't have time to finish organizing it. So I've just made a big mess.
And then she'll find
Trying to
something
clean the house, I've made a bigger mess.
that doesn't belong in that drawer. So then she'll go to take it where it belongs, and
And
she'll
then
find
I'll
out
start cleaning
that and
something
I'm
in
like,
that room.
What have you been doing all day? It's like
It's so hard. Like that's the hardest thing for me is being an organized house cleaner.
Focus and get one job done at a time. So today, that's make it a goal. Our thing to do, you do. That's all of us. All of us has to pick one thing that we've been putting off that we know needs to get done.
Laundry.
And today we're gonna get it done. Just one thing. Let's do that. The room, me and you.
Okay.
Okay, we'll tag team it. You too, do that one thing. And so on my run, the reason we started talking about this is because it's all about action. Getting things done in life is all about just doing. You can talk about things, you can have a million meetings, you can have a million plans, but until you actually physically do whatever it is, nothing is achieved. And that's
True.
like I was thinking about on my workout today. I've lost almost 100 pounds now. And really at the end of the day, it's all about stacking workouts on top of each other. It's all about just like another good workout. That action of doing something, just stacking it and doing it over a period of time, then you start to see these results and you just keep stacking these good workouts on top of each other. And that's what I was thinking. Like, you just got to keep doing these things and just accomplish. I don't know. I have no, I'm very motivated. I just don't have a direction sometimes.
No, that's good. I mean, it's true. It's not necessarily fun either. Like you have to put yourself through uncomfortable,
It's hard, yeah.
hard work to feel like, but the feeling you feel
Afterwards is good.
is amazing.
You
isn't
have
it?
to-
like you feel like I've really
Right.
accomplished something that has been difficult.
I think it's all about foregoing gratitude, really.
Yeah.
It's all about, being adult, making adult decisions instead of, because
Having discipline.
what do kids do? Kids do what feels good and what's easy. It's like,
Instant gratification.
yeah, instant gratification. It's easy to lay there on the couch. It's easy to eat lots of food. It's fun to not do, you know what I mean? It's like all the things that are easy. It's like the path of least resistance. the river. Don't be the river. A river takes a path of least resistance, coming down a mountain, basically. The easiest way to get down the mountain is the way the river will take. Any water that comes down a mountain will go the easiest way down the mountain. So that's us as people. If you are like a river, you will be not successful.
Okay.
Take that to the bank. Don't be like a river. So, because it is, really, if you think about it, if instead, every time that you have a decision in your life and you say, what is the path of least resistance? What's the easiest path? If you always take that path, then
You won't get anything
then you'll never
accomplished.
become strong, which is
Right.
weird because rivers can become strong, but that's the gravity. The gravity is what's doing it. I don't know how this...
She's like, I did not really think this analogy through.
Don't think into this
before.
analogy too much, okay? That's what I'm trying to say. Anyway, so yeah, it is. It's literally about doing the things that other people
It's-
aren't willing to do, almost.
It's all those little things you hear all the time.
The
Challenge
secrets
yourself,
to life are hidden behind the word
having
cliche.
discipline. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's easy for us to sit here and talk about all this, but until you actually do those things, it doesn't mean anything. So, but it is though. It's important to talk about these things too, like to have that conversation and have that thought process in your mind where you're thinking, like, am I doing everything I
Well,
can?
every action begins with thought.
True that
so-
too. Oh, there's so much to talk, and I want to talk in your microphone for a while. Oh, it's better over here.
Shay,
I
quit
wanna-
stealing my microphone.
Sorry,
This
babe.
is mine.
I like yours sounds louder
You
than mine.
just
I need to
hit
turn
your
mine
nose
up.
on my microphone.
That was my tooth.
Can we talk
actually.
about spousal abuse?
Yeah, look at my
I
ear.
totally stabbed Shay in the ear with my fingernail, my
blood?
thumbnail,
Can
to
you
be
see the
more
blood?
correct. Yeah. And it was like, I
Tim,
was trying to be
focus.
loving and like, when you put your hand on your loved one's head like this. Oh, and I like stabbed him in the ear and he started bleeding.
Wait a minute. So how do you go from to me bleeding profusely from the side of my head?
It was kind of funny because it happened so fast. And then all day yesterday, his ear kept bleeding.
We're at Disneyland, and she.
It was kinda
Did
funny.
you? Is that what you did? And she like went to
Oh.
like grab something, and she like, jabbed her fingernail in my ear, and I was bleeding all day after that.
Yeah. Anyway,
It was an
I
ear
abused
wound.
my husband.
I needed an ear tourniquet. We put a rubber band around my ear, and it stopped the bleeding. It was really good.
We should have. That's a good idea.
Can you do ear tourniquets? I don't think so.
I don't think so.
That's not a thing. Okay, so what else are we talking about? How much we got of time there?
Another 5 minutes.
Another 5 minutes.
Another
5 minutes.
So, babe,
Let's do some questions.
hold on. What are you going to do then to start with these goals? When are you going to put into action? Like, which one are you going to reach first? Are you going to try to reach them all at the same
Oh,
time?
that's a good question. Well, I think since I don't have a guitar, that since Christmas is coming up, maybe
All I want for Christmas is a
maybe
guitar and an airplane and a Spanish book.
yeah. Will you buy those things for me for my birthday? You're right. I should get God, what should I do first? I don't know. The guitar, because I have a little basis. Like I can play a few chords on the guitar. I've taken Spanish in school. I can habla español un mon poquito.
I can't.
¿Tú habla español?
No.
No, no puedo.
Simón.
No puedo hablar español.
Why every time you speak Spanish do your voice get really high?
Doesn't get really high. What are you talking about?
It does.
My voice is
Every
low.
time Shay speaks in Spanish, his voice
Yo
gets higher.
quiero.
You're so weird.
Yo quiero.
He's weird, right?
So let's go some questions here on the website when the kids go to sleep. I really, we were talking about this intro from Tara Bright. I really like it.
I do too.
It's very catchy, this
It's
first
very. Oh, her voice sounds so pretty, and it's like la la la.
Yeah, she sounds really good on that. I really thought they did a
Mm-hmm.
good job. Okay, let's go to some questions. Shay, the podcasts on iTunes are fed up. What? There's no 1-7. What happened to there? I don't know. We'll check into that. Alrighty. Do you see a question there? Oh, when am I cutting my hair? I don't want to cut it. People are so angry
He
about
really
my long
doesn't
hair.
want to cut it.
I like it. Can I?
Go
What?
ahead.
I just
what are you
like
gonna
it
say?
long. I just want to have it long for a while, and people want
He's
me to
always
cut
liked it long. He has had it
Yeah.
long one other time when he worked in the granite shop, and it was actually like past his
Was it
shoulders.
longer?
It was really long.
The problem is I'm going bald. Let's just be honest.
It's
hairline
kind of
is
kind of
receding.
straggly, hun. It's
Does it
like
just
you,
needs to be
you need
cleaned up?
You need to clean it up, and then it's hard because
Don't reveal.
it-
What?
it's-
What? What are you pointing at? What?
we could take your hat off and just
No,
show
why
the
would you take my
hair.
hat off? It goes with my outfit. I don't want to talk about it.
I don't want to talk about it.
Damn. I don't think it's that bad, is it?
It's just thinner up here,
Yeah, it's going thin.
and then it's really straggly down there.
Depressing.
But you're handsome, babe. You can have it long.
I'll shave my head. I'm gonna
I
say
can't tell you
January
to cut your
1st.
hair when I can't cut my hair.
You can cut it.
No.
Shoulder length. I'm saying
No.
January 1st. I'll cut my hair.
No, I mean, like, emotionally, I can't be like, cut your hair. Because if somebody were to tell me to cut my hair, I would have a hard time with it.
Yeah, you get attached to it.
I
All
do.
right. So, well, the thing is I do have a what is it with Carly?
A makeover.
I have a makeover, and I think they want to cut my hair.
Well, you actually, like, you're going to start with just, like, a mini makeover.
Oh, really?
And then maybe later on.
The
So
whole
that's
thing?
going to be a while.
Okay.
So just let him grow his hair
I want to grow
until
it out
we do that.
till January.
It
so
will
then
be
I'll-
fun.
then I'll- yeah.
Promise.
Christmas is coming up, and I decided to make a Christmas tribute video. Oh, that's somebody else. What's some other questions we can go to? What are we gonna get the kids for Christmas, and how much crap
Okay.
are we not gonna buy them?
Let's
start
talk
with
about
that.
this. My parents always bought us, there were a couple, like, toys that were obviously not functional in other everyday life, but most of the stuff that I would get from my parents was like clothes, school stuff, like
Yeah.
kind of stuff that was still exciting to get, but it was functional.
Yeah.
Is that weird? Or like a
I like
sewing
that.
kit. My mom got us a sewing kit one
Ooh,
year, and we
that's
learned to
good.
sew. Like things I think that they can have that will be
Let's
like
get Suntard a vacuum,
activities. A vacuum?
and we'll put a bunch of cool stickers on it, like a bunch of
It'll be like instead of a skateboard, we got
like a
you a
race board?
vacuum.
What if we got a vacuum that had like race car things on the side? This is a great. Oh my gosh.
No.
I'm just thinking of what if you started a toy line that was all cleaning supplies, but they just looked really cool, but they
They
were
have
actually
that.
functioning cleaning supplies?
No, not
They-
actually.
no, they have to be
functioning.
actual cleaning supplies that are functional. And then when you're see, that's what's dumb is they've invented these fake cleaning supplies as toys for kids. They really need to think about
a real one.
doubling our effectiveness here
Yeah.
because they're playing
good
and
point.
cleaning.
I
at
would
the same
totally
time.
buy that.
It's like
But then I would feel bad.
no. Here's what you do. Instead of like racing stripes on the vacuum, you make it like a big monster. It has like a big mouth on it, and it's like, oh, you got to feed the monster. Hurry! And all of his food is on the carpet. Go, you know. And they're like,
That's a great
and the
idea.
monster's like,
Honey, quit telling people. Why don't you hurry and patent
I'm
it?
patent that idea. The monster
Seriously?
vacuum. Suntard he's like my new like I don't ever have to mow a lawn again. I don't ever have to vacuum the floor. Any like machinery that I used to have to manually push around, now that I have a stout little 8-year-old around the house, is pretty tough. He can push a lawnmower and a vacuum.
He's
I
learning
don't have
well.
to do
He's
it
learning how to work.
anymore. You guys, listen, I highly recommend having 8-year-olds. It cuts down on your daily labor by twice.
Only if they're obedient.
Cleaning up the
8-year-olds.
poop in the backyard. He's such a good boy.
He's so
He's-
obedient.
He's the best kid ever.
You know, and sometimes it's hard because you feel like with kids, you want, we're gonna wrap it up. Maybe we'll save this comment for the next one
we can talk about work ethic in the next podcast.
Yeah. because that's what I was gonna talk about.
Are you right now?
Well, I was gonna say it's like you want to teach your kids work, but sometimes it's more work to teach them the work. So you don't let them do the work because you want to get it done. That's the issue I have sometimes being a mom. It's like this would be so much faster and I would get it done so much easier if I wasn't teaching you how to do it.
Yeah.
But it's important that you take the
learn.
time to have them clean up a mess, even if it ends up less clean than you would like it, just so they learn how to do it.
Sometimes I feel like we're just constantly trying to get the kids to clean up after themselves.
It's the learning by repetition.
Yep,
And
you got to
it's
do it
going
over and
to
over.
have to be done until the end of time.
They do a good job, though. At the end of the day, it's just like, all right, the room's a little messy. They're good kids. All right, thanks for joining today.
Yes.
This has been podcast number 15 from Shay and Colette at Maker Studios.
In Los Angeles,
Let's recap.
California.
Today, we talked about calendars. They're going to start shipping them the 7th. You can get
Goals.
one below. Life goals. You should do that for yourself. Set a couple life goals. Like, what's something that you would like to be able to do as a person? As a person, what can you do? You know, or what do you want to do? So make
And
some
then
life
start.
goals. 'Cause think about
Action.
this. I was thinking about this today on my run today. What if you just picked one thing every year and you said, this is my thing this year? One thing that I'm going to work on a little bit every single day for 1 year. What if you worked
you
on
have
one
done
thing for 10 minutes every single day for a year? What if you played the guitar for 10 minutes every single day for a year?
You'd be good.
Right?
At
At the
it.
end of a year, you'd be sweet at it. What if you took Spanish lessons for 10 minutes every day for an entire year? right?
You'd learn
Anything.
something for sure.
What do you want to be able to do? Pick it. 10 minutes every day for a year. You can do it. And you just choose something every year. By the end of 5 years, it's like, hi, my name is Shay. I can speak Spanish. I can play the guitar. I can play the piano. I can play the harmonica. I can touch my toes. So set some goals. Set some life goals. Make
That's all you need to do.
happen.
And then make it happen. You have to do it.
You have to do. This life is an action life. Get it done.
Okay, next podcast, I'll have a goal. I'll tell you guys my goal.
Thanks again for joining the podcast. Don't forget, you can download it for free on iTunes. Listen to it as you go on the beach, on the bus, anywhere you go. Just download
Not
it
at
to your
school,
device.
but in between classes.
I've been getting a lot of comments. People are like, I'm listening to the podcast right now, my third hour biology, and I'm cracking up. Listen, people, you have to learn about mitosis. Okay.
Yes. And
what's
osmosis.
another science term? Chlorophyll. Go learn your more like borophyll. Thanks for joining the podcast with Shay and Colette when the kids go to sleep.
Thank you, and we'll see
it.
you next time.
See you next one. Take it easy.